Our Creator, the Almighty Allah Rabbul Alameen, says in the Quran, تعرج الملائكة والروح إليه في يوم كان مقداره 50,000 سنة. In Surah Al-Ma'arij, that the angels and the Spirit or Jibreel will ascend to him, Allah, on a day to which the extent of it is 50,000 years long. That day referring to the day of judgment, Yawm al-Qiyamah. My name is Muhammad. I completed my memorization of the Quran at age 12. I got average grades during high school, to some below average. When I completed high school, I got rejected by every university and college that I applied for. At 19, I graduated cum laude from an Islamic institution here in Cape Town, South Africa. After studying Islamic studies full-time for 1 year. And as of early 2025, I am a computer science major at the University of Cape Town. The reason I give you that little introduction about myself is because, subhanAllah, when we are watching these types of videos, there is a conscious or subconscious question that we often ask ourselves, or two questions I should say. Who are you, and why should I listen to you? So inshallah, hopefully that introduction can help answer those questions. So subhanallah, something I wanted to maybe just get into today, or remind myself and whoever's watching this about, is the day of Qiyamah, the day of judgment, the day of resurrection, right? Many names that Allah uses for this day. That being said, subhanallah, one thing I wanted to share was this insight of, if you've ever, and it's like, I feel like being over a certain age, it's almost inevitable that you would have felt this way. But you've been in those situations in life where, subhanallah, you're in a situation where it's almost like this moment where you're reflecting on a decision or multiple decisions that you made, where you're just thinking, man, I wish I didn't do that, or man, I wish I could have, chosen a different path, or I wish I did this instead, and I regret having done that or having not done this. And you're just sitting there almost like hitting yourself, knowing like all you had to do was make a different decision. SubhanAllah, I feel like we've all been there. But subhanAllah, how I'm linking this to the day of judgment is, subhanAllah, imagine that feeling. But because, okay, I should probably mention first, a lot of the time, or pretty much all the time I should actually say, when you have that experience or feeling in this world, it's pretty much always a matter of things are gonna be okay. Things are going to work out. Time is going to pass. You're gonna work it out. You're gonna figure the situation out. Your time's gonna pass. You're gonna look back on it. You're gonna laugh. Subhanallah, or it's gonna be a growing moment, a moment that causes you to develop and move to that next level because of whatever the situation calls for. So subhanallah, many times when we have that experience in this world, there's an element of, we can look past it because we're gonna have to get through it, right? But I just had this thought of, imagine that feeling, right? That feeling of, man, I should have chosen a different path, or I regret having done or not done this thing. And it's like eating away at you, right? You can just almost like reflect on a moment that you've had like that. Now imagine this moment, but there's no way to fix it. And there's no, it's gonna be okay. And there's no happy ending. And there's no light at the tunnel, like type of thing. It's just the decisions that you made and having to live with that reality. Subhanallah. And that's what the day of judgment is. And like the verse that I mentioned, in that verse, that day that Allah refers to, as the scholars mention in the tafsir, this is not just me making it up, but as the scholars mention in the tafsir of that verse, that day refers to the day of Qiyamah being 50,000 years long, and it's almost this thought, you get this thought of, subhanAllah, imagine, again, I'm bringing you back to that state of like, when you're sort of regretting things, regretting decisions. Imagine being in that state for 50,000 years long, plus knowing you can do nothing about it. SubhanAllah. Allah protect us, inshallah, on the day of judgment. Shower us with His mercy, inshallah, and His forgiveness. But that I thought was something that would be appropriate to share. Always important to remember, subhanAllah, the day of judgment. And I think, look, there's numerous texts, books, lectures, Quran verses, hadith, all discussing the topic of Qiyamah. And so I'm not gonna get into like details about the day. SubhanAllah, I encourage that you open up a book or watch a lecture or something. The day truly is scary. It's a day truly to think about frequently, I think, just sort of in preparation and to make sure, because subhanAllah, like I've been saying over and over in this video, just to end off, unlike a lot of the regrettable moments in life that we have, when regretting on that day, it is what it is. Like, it's time's up, you had your chance, you got your signs, you got your reminders. SubhanAllah, Allah sent you, like I just said, these signs, reminders, SubhanAllah, and you made whatever decision you ended up making. So inshallah, may Allah protect and guide us, inshallah.